Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some streamer tips. I have a list from my buddy It's Beard, and some of the questions I'll be answering are how to set up your Nightbot chat, how to get more FPS while streaming, and how to edit your custom stream message. And I'll go ahead and add a couple other things that I think are great tips and help me out immensely when you're a first time streamer or you're starting up, or if you want to just improve your streaming setup. Okay, so this might look a little confusing since it has the infinite loop going here because I am doing a display capture, as you can see on the bottom here. But this is essentially what my OBS looks like. When you first download it, it's not going to have any of this, let alone obviously your scenes and sources. But in the activity feed, for example, this is an added source. We also have a Twitch chat where I could see a live chat feed going here. And as you see right here are quick actions, which you can access from your Twitch stream manager, but we went ahead and brought that in to OBS. So I'll go over how to add these first. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into view. And as you see, the second option here says docs. A lot of these are included with OBS. You have stats, you have controls, scene transition. These are some of the boxes you see down here. But as for these custom windows right here, like the chat, the quick action, and the activity feed, these were all added by using this option here. It's called custom browser docs. You're going to want to click that. And as you see here, it's going to show my Twitch chat. It's going to show quick actions and activity feed. How you're going to add these are easy. What you're going to do is click add. For example, right here, you could call it whatever you want. For me, I titled my chat. That's going to be your doc name. And then here, you're going to pull your URL. How are you going to find your URL is easy for these three things. They're all going to be found on your Twitch website. So go ahead and log into Twitch. I'm pretty sure there's nothing here that you shouldn't see. So essentially, when you go into Stream Manager right here, it'll show you your activity feed, your chat box, quick actions, and ad manager if you utilize that. So here's the simple part. What you're gonna do is you're gonna click on these three dots right there. You're gonna click on pop out. And then as you see, it pops out that chat or activity feed or whichever thing you click pop out on. You're going to go ahead and highlight this, and you're going to want to copy that link. Once you have that copied, go ahead and go back into OBS, and under URL, you're going to go ahead and paste that and hit apply. I already have my three things here. So essentially that's what you're going to keep doing until you have all three of these going. So I'll show you for the next one. Go back, you're gonna go to my chat, hit the three bars, click out pop out. You're gonna wanna highlight all that, copy, go back into OBS, and then type in chat or whichever this was, and then hit paste. And that's essentially how you're gonna go about adding all these. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that one that I just had. And once you have those added, what you're going to do is go into view, go to docs, and now they're going to show up here. Make sure it's selected by making sure that check mark next to it is clicked. And then you'll have essentially, let me just show you real quick. I'll undo that one. And we'll go ahead and activate Twitch chat. And then now it's going to be here. You could also move these windows anywhere you like. For me, the best one is just on the side so I could see it. And you'll see it kind of lock in. It lets me do it now. There we go. You'll see it lock in right here.
A few moments later.
There we go. And you'll see it pop up there. And you could also adjust these window sizes depending on how big you want your chat to be or how small. For me, I actually use a second display. Currently, it's an iPad. Some people might have a second monitor, and they'll show this entire thing on their second monitor so they could have a preview of their stream, and then they also could keep an eye on their activity feed. Make sure you thank everyone for the follows. Make sure you redeem or do any of the channel point redemptions, and of course say thank you for any subs that you receive from your viewers. The next thing that you can set up is Nightbot. So I'll leave a link in the description, but the website is going to be nightbot.tv. You're going to go ahead and log in or sign up, and then it'll take you to this dashboard. If you guys are new, just make sure you link your Twitch to the Nightbot, and then also you're going to have to go into Twitch and simply just go into your Twitch chat and then type in mod @Nightbot. This is one bot. They also have a Stream Elements bot and a Streamlabs bot that you could utilize. For me, I use multiple, but Nightbot right now is the main one that I use. After that, for commands, there's different commands that you could use. There are some default commands when you click on commands and then default, where you could look and it'll show you some default commands that you could already have enabled. And to disable and enable them, just click on this disable or enable icon. When it's highlighted blue, it will be enabled. But some of the cool features are the custom ones. For example, you can make custom commands for some of your viewers. For example, I have a friend that plays Warzone. I made a command for them, !bot, and it puts their Activision in there, bigbot3 #1490603. Hopefully nobody adds you there. But you know, you can get creative with it. You know, for example, I host customs, so I have a !ID command where people can add my Activision if they want to join the custom lobbies that I host every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then other than that, you could always add the timers, which are really important. These could be from simple reminders as to if you're enjoying the content, help support the stream by subscribing to me, and then add a link there. Or you could write, you know, new YouTube vid, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and then link your new YouTube video. And then also you could edit these actions with how often they pop up on your stream. For me, I have 10-minute intervals with at least 6 lines of chat, so it doesn't get spammy and doesn't fill up with just your Nightbot, and that's really important. Also, you could do a friendly follow reminder if you guys are enjoying the stream. Don't forget to follow. You could even add your Discord link in there. Like I said, you could get really creative with it, and the ideas are endless. Last but not least, I'm going to go over some quick settings for my OBS that I stream with, and also a quick guide to how to increase either FPS or performance on your PC. I will do a more in-depth performance guide in the future, but stick around for that. Stay tuned. Be sure you subscribe to the channel, be sure you have notifications on, and be sure you like the video if this helps you out. Also, I'd really appreciate if anyone had any other questions to comment down below with what you are struggling with or what I can help you with some streaming tips. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and continue with settings here. So these are my Twitch streaming settings. If you stream on YouTube, this could be a little different. I could make a YouTube guide. I don't stream too much on YouTube right now. Mainly I am streaming on Twitch. So right now we're going to go into output, and I'll show you my streaming settings here. For output, you're going to want to make sure you have rate control on CBR. You're going to want to have bitrate at 6000. Twitch does not allow any more than 6000 kilobits per second if you are not a partner. Keyframe intervals, I have this on 2. Preset, I have it on quality. I noticed max quality and quality, my performance and quality got worse, so I keep it on quality. I haven't really messed around with low latency quality, but if you do have like a not so beast controller, PC, then they suggest you use some lower latency performance options here, and it won't hinder your gaming performance. So if you notice that your game's lagging or your computer's struggling with quality, just bump it down slowly to performance, max performance. You'll have to run some test streams and find what's best for you. But this is a pretty standardized setting right here for a lot of streamers. Profile, you're going to want to keep it on high. Look ahead, I have this unchecked. Psycho visual tuning, you're going to want to keep that checked. GPU, unless you have multiple GPUs, keep it on 0. That's going to be default. And max B frames, keep it on 2. Okay, for recording settings, this is for if you guys are recording videos for TikTok or VODs, or even like myself, a YouTube video. This is just my YouTube, or excuse me, recording settings. I keep my rate control at CQP. My CQ level is 15, keyframe intervals are 2, preset at max quality, profile high, look ahead checked, cycle visual tuning checked, GPU 0 again, and max B frames on 2. Your audio settings, right now it's locked in because I am recording, but I do use the highest audio bitrate at 320. And then replay buffer, this is just a preference. If you guys want clips and not clips from Twitch or Athenoscopes or those types of VOD clips, because the quality is a little different, you could get actually recording quality clips by enabling replay buffer. You have that check marked and then choose the amount of time you want. For me, I have 180 seconds, which I believe is like 5 minutes max. And then make sure you have a maximum memory megabytes. So what I did was I just estimated a file size and it was about that big. Just keep it big so it doesn't, so you don't lose it. You want to make sure it saves. But if you enable this and then go down here and click start replay buffer, as soon as you hit a clip or something really cool happens on your stream or Twitch or wherever it is, you could click your hotkey to capture or save your replay buffer or your replay. And then you could essentially take that video and edit it for TikTok, for YouTube, or whatever you want to use it for. But it's going to be at the recording setting instead of the streaming setting. So it's going to be better quality. Next, we're going to go into audio settings. This is pretty basic. Sample rate, you're going to want to keep it at 44.1. Channels, stereo. Make sure you have your desktop audio enabled. It's going to be the same audio that you're pulling from your PC. If you open your sound settings, and then you check what your output device is, make sure this is matching or else you will not be getting any game audio to your stream or your recordings. Next is mic auxiliary. Make sure this is your input. So again, go back to your sound settings, make sure your input device is the certain microphone you're using. For me, it looks like it was checking something off, so good thing I checked it. And then make sure it's matching the same device there. All right, as for meters, this should all be set at default. I don't think I really mess with this. And that's about it. I haven't really messed with anything else further. Okay, here come the video settings. For me, before I got my 3080 Ti and my 5900X AMD Ryzen 9, I was streaming at 720. If you have a full HD display, which is what I have a 1920 by 1080, be sure your base canvas resolution is the same and output scaled resolution is the same at 1920 by 1080. Do not mess with these. If you have 1440, be sure it's set at 1440, and I doubt anyone has a 720 monitor, so it should be at least 1920 by 1080. All right, when you want to output this to a different resolution, you're going to want to go into output and then go back into streaming and then rescale your output here. So if you want 720, check mark that and then make sure it says 1280 by 720. All right, that's going to be for 720. If you guys are not affiliate or your system is just not a beast system, I highly recommend streaming at 1280 by 720 unless your computer can handle it. Again, test stream it, check the VOD, make sure it's not crunchy, make sure it's not pixelated, make sure your frames aren't dropping and it's not lagging, or else your viewers will go on and move on to different streamers. So this is important. 720 is a great place to start. If you have a beast computer, go ahead and leave it at 1080. Today I am streaming at 1080. Something I did forget here is for encoding for streaming. If you have a NVIDIA card, be sure you use the NVIDIA NVENC New. This is probably the better encoder. I say better in the sense of just overall performance. If you want super high quality, I believe X250, that one is pretty good. But overall, I've tested numerous settings and I found that the NVENC is just overall it's good. And it does the job well. All right, so I'll leave it at that. If you want to try something else, do it. For me, I use NVENC. Okay, back to video, the video tab here. So we have our base and output scaled resolution at 1920 by 1080, the downscale filter by cubic, sharpening scaling 16 samples. I used to have this on 32. I couldn't tell the difference. I did a lot of research. 16 does the job. If you want to do 32, try it out, but I think 16 is enough. And then your common FPS value, if you are streaming high FPS first person shooter type games, 60 FPS. If you're doing something like Among Us, or you know, something that doesn't have a lot of frames per second, you can bump this down to 30. Your streaming quality should be better with that as well. And other than that, the last thing is going to be in the advanced setting. A lot of people don't go over this, but under general, you're going to want to have your process priority to above normal. Don't go high. I mean, I haven't tested this out, but I know from normal to above normal, it does prioritize your OBS over some other apps. Like if you have, like, you know, your music in the back, like, or Brave browser or Discord or something else, it is going to prioritize OBS above those things. And then you should be doing this with games too. Your game should be run as administrator, and they will be running faster and smoother. So make sure this is on above normal, and that's about it. Other than that, hit apply, hit OK, and you are ready to go. I hope this video helped anyone out. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments down below. If this did help, leave a thumbs up and be sure you subscribe for more streamer tips. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.